Greetings, my lords. This is Captain Obvious with the obvious and not so obvious strategies for Manor Lords. In this video, I will demonstrate the proper steps to leveling up your settlement as fast as possible while preparing your army to fight bandits and inevitably the Baron. The biggest tip in Manor Lords for efficiency, especially in the beginning, is to have all your industrial areas right near the King's Road and clustered up together. So for example, I have my granary here. Here's our storehouse. This is the logging camp. We have Woodcutter's Lodge here. And I also have the hitching post over here. And this is the original spot of our settlement. I just moved the hitching post in this particular area. I also started to gather some berries, so this is all mined out, and that's why we have 27 months of food. And as you can see, I have not built any houses. So I will give an example on how this is extremely efficient by first creating a saw pit. So I'm just going to make that right now. All right, so as you can see, it's right next to each other. So he's gonna go get more lumber. He's gonna build this, and when he's done, he comes here to the hitching post instead of going all the way there. So you gotta make sure it is right nearby. And if we observe all the other things, so for example, this Woodcutter's Lodge, what they need is firewood, and it's gathering the firewood from here, right? Or they're also gathering from the trees there, but the point is it's really close. So she comes here, picks up the resource, right, and then she takes it back to the storehouse. So the walking distance is extremely close. And if you look at this one, so we're going to create a saw, a plank, and let's see how close this is. So she's making it, and then we need wood, and let's watch this. Yeah, the positioning of this is extremely important. And then once they have the resource, they just bring it back here. That is extremely fast. So this is very important. Now with that said, let's go ahead and set up our houses. So with that in mind, we need to build our homes close to the storehouse and the granary as well. So let's go ahead and plan that. So I'm gonna put it on pause. I can also see that there's underwater here. I already have a well, but I'm going to bring or create another well just in the middle of our town center. You're gonna see that you will only need up to 15 houses to reach the final level of your settlement. And you will also need 20 for level 2 and about 30 level 1s. From there, you just need to increase your population to maximize your army size. 5 on this side, 5 on that side, and another 5 here. And then we're going to like build outwards. Okay, so as you can see here, we have 9 plots, which is more than enough, right? We could also reduce it, right, if you wanted to, just to make it a little more compact. And then there's also this where you could have 2 in 1. So there are advantages and disadvantages for this. If you only have 1, that means we will have our goal of reaching at least 15 a lot faster. But if you have it something like this, so now instead of having 9, now we only have 5, and then we're gonna have to create another 5 here compared to having just this, or I mean just this maximum number. And another good thing about having like this is that they will only require 1 resource of each. So for example, you're gonna need only 1 firewood, so you only need 5 firewoods for this compared to this one. However, this does meet the requirement of reaching level 5 level 3 houses. What I am going to do is I'm going to keep it like this, right? Let's say we build that. And what you can also do is you can like micro this. And so since I have, I believe, 2 on this side, 2 in this side, what I can do is I can delete this one, right? So I have 2. Unfortunately, this is 3 on this side. If I mean, I'm doing this just to design it a little better. So I'm going to expand it there, here, and then I'm going to create another burgage plot. But instead of going on this side, I'm going to switch it up and put it on this side of the area. There. And instead of clicking, I'm going to reduce it. So now we have 6, right? The reason why I did this is for aesthetic purposes. I just don't want it to be looking all the same. So I can commit to this one. There's another thing you can do. So for example, these things, right? You can try to remove it using this. But a quicker way is, so for example, this one, what I would do is I would simply just go to farming, go to pasture, or even just farms, and then just create an area. And then boom, it just deletes automatically. So I don't have to do all that brushing and stuff, right? This I will commit. However, what I'm going to do is I am going to delete this, and these. So the reason why I'm deleting that is because what we also want is to have vegetables in the early stage. And if you have like 6 and then you try to make your vegetable area, sometimes they don't move in there right away. So that's why it is important to kind of cut your area, or make sure that they move into the vegetable houses. So I'm going to create an area here. Okay, and this is going to be our huge vegetable plot. And first, again, I'm going to clear this out. There, so we don't have like trees in the way. There. And as you can see, when I made it like this, so this is where the house is going to be, and it can also upgrade, right? And this area here is our vegetable farm area, or it could also be our apple fields. So this I will 100% commit. This one is also committed. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can make one more, and I'm going to add it on this side. Okay, so I cleared that off, and then we're going to create our final burgage plot. So notice how this one seems less, but I want it to be organic. So you can also do this, right? So that you have a accurate area. This should suffice, especially when you have 2. So I'm gonna commit to this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could probably just upgrade 1, and that will do it, but it will require 5 houses. So let's go ahead and just add that other one here. All right, so we have our 5 burgage plots planned out, and now we can resume the game. And for this to build quickly, it's a lot better if you just remove everyone. So you have 100% concentration in building. So instead of like mixing them out, just have them build immediately. And also with our 50, I am going to upgrade our hitching post, since we already have some soffit or planks. And as soon as that is built, I am going to order another ox, which should help construct this a lot faster. You could also hold tab to see the progress of each one. And you could also increase the priority just by clicking on it. All right, so we have one, and I'm going to order another ox. So we have 30 wealth left. Okay, as soon as this is done, right, while it's still August, I am going to convert it to a vegetable garden. And hopefully this gets constructed soon, or I could also prioritize that. I should have probably prioritized it earlier. All right, and our settlement increased. So let's make sure that these are vegetable gardens. And as you can see, each house is occupied, right? So if I created more, then this would take a very long time to, sometimes they won't occupy these areas. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the living space. And we have a message saying that we need to form a militia. So we already have our first 10, and we want to increase this as quickly as possible. Okay, so now that we have our houses down, our next step is to increase our population so that we will have more military. And to do that, we need to check the things that they need. They need a church and all of these others. And so there's also clothing and food supply. So I'm going to start with the church. So again, I want to clear out this area. I'm just going to use the pasture. So in order to build a church, we need 20 planks. So we already have our soffit. So let's go ahead and make more planks. So we just need a few more. Other than that, what we also need is food supply. And right now, what we only have are berries. So let's go ahead and start collecting some meat. Okay, and of course, we also need to add in our marketplace. And I'm just going to put it right here. And we have now 48 planks, which is more than enough to create the church. The church positioning is also very important. And I am just gonna put it right here in the middle. So the reason why the church is important and has to be in the middle of your town is because our people praise a lot, right? Praise for rain, praise for more crops to grow. So while this is constructing, let's look at the other things that we need. So we need a church and we need clothing. So therefore, I am also going to start building our tannery. Church is complete, and as you can see, our approval is going up. Tannery is in. Let's go ahead and add a few people. And we can go ahead and construct more homes. All right, it seems like we have everything. So if you look at it, the only thing missing is a fuel cell. So if you sometimes see this, that's because you're missing somebody in the area. So let's go ahead and make sure these things are occupied. Let's add one here. And the only thing missing now is just wood. So let's go ahead and gather more wood. We ran out of wood. So we have some timber. So each one will require 4. And all we need to do is just keep it here. And there it is. It's very easy to level up. I'm going to start with this one. We're going to start with the ones with the vegetables. So we can increase the number so they can work faster here. If it doesn't reach, that's completely fine. Just go ahead and upgrade the ones with houses, not the ones with no houses. Or I mean, occupants. So we only need 2 level 2s in order to reach the next milestone or settlement level. And we also have these, but for now we are just going to ignore it. Or actually, we can get the charcoal burning, which is good to have early on. It's almost a staple. And let's go ahead and construct that. So the charcoal, I'm just going to place it here. And there we are. Reached our next level quite quickly. So right now, all we need to do is to make sure that we have houses for people to move in. And that should help. And try to have at least one in the storage facility and the granary until we have more population. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plan the left wing of our main area. So again, what I'm going to do is delete the middle part so I could reconstruct it in a different direction. And I'm going to merge it into one. Okay, so these ones I want occupied. Let's demolish these. And let's go ahead and plan our other vegetable gardens. Okay, so I've added another vegetable garden here, which is more organic and not like this, right? And we also have homes that are ready to level up. Even though it's unoccupied, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. You know what? That was not right. So yeah, let's pause that. We want to make sure this gets occupied, right? This is like the priority. This, however, can level up. Oh, there's a bandit camp over there. We're gonna try to intercept. I didn't. Oh, we already have increased the military, so let's go ahead and try to get that. I'm gonna go ahead and run. It's important that we get the bandit camps before the Baron does. Okay, we've won. Let's check if there are any more bandit camps out there. There's one here. There's actually several. With our first one, we're gonna put it in our treasury, so we could hire mercenaries, and they will be the ones to take the other bandit camps. So let's go ahead and do that. I will go for this. It's a little expensive, but they're gonna take both camps. So they're coming from there. So the Baron is trying to get the other bandit camps. Okay, this one goes to our treasury so that we have gold to rehire, and we'll take the last one. And this can go to our town. Our mercenaries just finished eliminating 3 bandit camps and back to our settlement. It is only year 2, and what do we have so far? We are almost able to age up or yeah, reach the next settlement level, all we need is 2 more houses and 1 more level 2 burgage plot, which we can easily do. But right now I'm holding off until this is occupied, because if I start creating more houses, they may just occupy this and then we won't be able to have our vegetable garden. And another thing is, I'm also not leveling up, because if somebody moves here, then there's going to be another home available or space whenever anything levels up. So for instance, this one, if you look at our vegetable garden, I did add an additional house. So right now we have two two families in here. Same goes with this. So more family, they will be plowing the vegetable garden, which is exactly what we want. So while waiting for this to be occupied, let's check out all the other requirements in order to level up. So other than this, so if we want to level up our level 2s, we will need tavern supply, we need more clothing, and we need a church level 2. So for the church level, we will need planks and roof tiles. But it is April, and that's the season of starting to gather more berries and hunt. So when the beginning of the year, you should always do this. So 1 here is okay. We can reduce the number of people here, because right now this is growing and it will continue to grow. So as much as possible, you should be extracting the berries. As you can see, it's still full, right? Even though we have nearly full. So even though this will get halfway, it will still grow significantly. And while this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and plan the next area, which is this. We need to gather clay deposit. We also have this, and we could start getting apples actually. And we could also go for deep mining. I think I want to secure the deep mining for this. So while it's gathering the food, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and create our pathways. Okay, now for deep mining, you can maximize this by having up to 3. So you just gotta make sure it's close enough, so it doesn't say no deposit in range. But as you can see, even though we have full, it's still maximum. So I am going to probably just add another one. This we can't mine anymore, so I'm going to remove them. I just want to relocate it. Let's put it on this side. Okay, we have somebody here. So let's go ahead and make this into a vegetable garden. And another thing to take note is we also need to, this is also occupied, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. With our gold, what we can do is we can get another ox, and I am going to increase our stable space by adding another hitching post. I'll just put it right next to it. So we have to make use of our resources, and I am also going to start making shields. So you can see that blacksmith is available, but I'm gonna go for shields first because we don't have the iron. We will have it soon, however. So I'll just go with joiners in order to create shields. Now I can unpause this. So all we need is 2 more burgage plots. So I'm going to go ahead and create more. Oh, it appears that we ran out of wood. And just in time, because it is seasonal, that means it will no longer grow. So we can go ahead and remove everyone. and our settlement increased. There you go. Now in order to reach the next one, we now need level 3s. And that's going to be a little more tricky because we now need booze as well. But before that, let's go ahead and entertain the others. So for instance, this. We need stone. We need wood. We need roof tiles. So yeah, let's go ahead and pacify those. Okay, so since we're gathering clay, what we of course also need is the clay furnace, but we also need stone, which we do not have, so we need to gather stone. I did not compute that. Okay, another bandit camp was sighted. It's ways off. This is actually a very, very good spawn because it's, as you can see, it's right in the middle. So if anything is on this side, we will be easily be able to capture it. So let's send out our troops. I believe this is more than enough. Let's make sure for our joiners, we're gonna change it to the large shields. What I want is at least 36 spearmen. The pathing of this game is really messed up. There you go. It's so weird. We're gonna put it in our treasury. Okay, more people moved in, so that means I can get more ox. And we're gonna build another one. I'll put it over here. And let's go ahead and upgrade this. Oh, we need planks. So since we're creating shields, we're gonna need more planks. From time to time, you need to check this. If it says all burgage plots are occupied, that means you definitely need to build more homes. And that means people also want to move in. You could also see that we have an excess of small shields. So we could actually stop this for the moment because it's consuming planks. So as you can see, it requires 2 planks. So we're not really going anywhere with this. So what I will do is we're just going to pause production. And this we can also reduce. So we could have more timber because that's what we are lacking at the moment. Okay, so now our timber production is good. Our planks are also doing well. And we're also adding more homes. And now we could go back to focusing on this. So we need roof tiles.
Pass me the hammer, will you?
So we need to add a clay furnace. So I'm just gonna create a road here. And we're gonna add our clay furnace there. And that's all we need just to level this one up. And next thing that we need to be concerned of is food supply and clothing. So the second clothing type, all we need is we need to create shoes. So we need to find one of these things and just make shoes. And the other thing that we need to add is to increase our military. So let's go ahead and create a blacksmith. And raiders are coming near. So since raiders are nearby and we don't have enough, we're gonna go ahead and hire, and they arrive in Walbrand. It doesn't matter where it is. Ooh, perfect timing. A bandit camp was sighted. So we could send them there. And we're gonna be raided in the same time. What perfect timing. And this will go to our treasury. And this will go home. Where's the other one? Oh, there they are. Come on, we have 4 days. We have 4 days to kill them. Run faster. One day. Come on. Well, that's unfortunate. We rehire them and there are no bandit camps. Doesn't appear to be any. Alright, so we can dismiss them. So back to our home base. We are now able to level this up. These things are occupied, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them. Oh, our blacksmith. We should be making spears, not sidearms, or at least not yet. And we are in the 3rd year. We just need 3 level 3s. Let's just rebalance this. So again, it's a new year. Whenever it's a new year, should always mine out the berries while it's growing. This you can hold off. Yeah, getting the berries is more important than building the church or upgrading the church. Now, as you can see, our approval rating is 78. Everything is filled in. So we just definitely need to add more houses. If we are having problems with wood because it is being utilized to make weapons, you can just pause it. So I'm just going to pause this for the meantime. But as soon as we have more population, we will not need to pause it anymore. I'm going to try to push the herd closer to the berries. So I'm going to deforest this area. Yep, wild animals have migrated. I think next one I'll put it here so it hopefully pushes there. Okay, we're just gonna add more homes. Another way, of course, is to just upgrade. And when you can, you should also upgrade the storage facilities. So yeah, timber is a high commodity right now. We need a lot of timber. There you go. Now it's really starting to pump in. People are moving in really quickly. Bandit camp was sighted. Let's check our military. And if we look at our families, we have no level 1s. Everything is level 18. For the most part, the only thing we're missing is booze. There you go. Look at that. We're just missing booze. This will go to our treasury. So other than these things, what we also need to keep in mind is we need gold to level up, and we also need more planks and also roof tiles, as you can see here. And our supply for those things, yeah, we have a lot of roof tiles, we have a lot of planks. The only thing we're missing is timber. Okay, so we are currently in year 3, and we are going to be able to level up, and after this everything else will also be leveled up quite quickly after that. So in less than probably 4-5 years, we'll be able to reach the final settlement level. That is amazing. In just 3 years, we are set up to maximize the settlement, and all we need is booze to celebrate. If you haven't already, please consider following, and have a great rest of your day.
This is heavier than it looks.